Welcome to another tutorial here on Automation Tribe. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up an automation that helps you get trading signals. Whether you're trading Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies, or even assets like CFDs. Recently, I've been experimenting with trading cryptocurrencies and other assets. Like many beginners, I lost some money at first. Because, as they say, you need to risk some money if you want to make some money. Along the way, I learned a lot about candlestick patterns, chart movements, moving averages, and indicators. I even built some of my own custom indicators using PineScript. I placed leveraged trades, lost money, then made some of it back. But I eventually realized that I needed to build an automation to help me trade smarter. Until just a few days ago, I was using a much more complicated setup. Then I discovered Airtop Browser Automation and noticed they offer direct integration with N8N. So I thought, it's time to create a simpler, more efficient automation and share it with you. Hopefully, this will help you on your trading journey as well. However, I strongly recommend that you don't rely solely on this automation. It's just a starting point, and whether or not you use it, you should always trade cautiously. Trading carries risk, and I don't want to be responsible for any losses you might incur. For this automation, you'll need to create an Airtop account. You can find the link in the description below. It's not an affiliate link, just sign up, and you'll receive 5,000 credits for free, which is more than enough to get started. Now, let me show you how the automation works. If you'd like to use this automation yourself, here's how to get it set up. First, go to my school community, enter the classroom, and scroll all the way down to the bottom. There, you'll find automation number 34. Download it from the link provided. Next, open your instance of N8N. In the top right corner, click on the three small dots and choose Import from File. Like magic, the automation will appear on your screen exactly as you see mine here. Now, let's move over to the Airtop website. If you haven't already, sign up for a free account. Then, navigate to the API Keys section and generate your first API key. As you can see, I've already generated one here. The next step is to set up your profile. Click on the Profiles section. You can see I've already created one named Automation Tribe. This name is important. You'll need it later in the tutorial. Now, let me walk you through creating your own profile. Click on the black Create New Profile button. Enter a unique name and make sure to check the box to enable the profile. Then click Create. It may take a few seconds for your new profile to be created. Next, enter the URL you'll use for your session. In my case, I use a custom TradingView layout URL because I've saved a specific layout that includes all my indicators. When you save a layout on TradingView, it preserves your indicators too. You can see here that I'm currently using two indicators, Big Beluga and SSL Hybrid. I'll copy the URL from the top of the TradingView page and paste it into the Airtop browser session. At this point, it will ask you to log in. I won't show you this login process here, but you'll need to log into your TradingView account and complete the steps until your profile is saved successfully. This is the setup you'll need to create in Airtop. Now, let's switch over to N8N, and I'll walk you through step-by-step how this automation works. The first node is the usual trigger node to start the workflow. Next is the Airtop session node. This node will create a session on your TradingView account, which means it will log you in. Here are the settings. You just need to connect your Airtop account by copying your API key from Airtop and pasting it here, then click Save. On the same node, you'll also need to specify your profile name. In my case, it's Automation Tribe. The next node is the Airtop window node. For the operation, select Create a new browser window. For the session ID, simply drag the session ID output from the previous step. Then, enter your TradingView chart URL. In my case, it's the layout I always use, which already has my indicators loaded. Next is a wait node. This is necessary because TradingView takes a few seconds to load my indicators when refreshing the page. Here, I set it to wait 5 seconds. After that comes the Take Screenshot node. The settings here are straightforward. Use the session ID and window ID from the previous nodes. And make sure to enable the option to output the screenshot as a binary image so that N8N generates a proper file we can send later. Then comes the OpenAI node. Analyze image. Make sure you select your OpenAI account. Set the resource to image and the operation to analyze image. Choose a model from the list. Keep in mind that models can change every few months, so pick the one you feel is most advanced at the time. Set the input type to binary file and specify the input data field name as data. Also, make sure the simplified output option is toggled on. For the prompt, feel free to pause the video and copy the exact one I'm using here. Of course, if you're more experienced and want to customize it, feel free to write your own prompt tailored to your strategy. Once OpenAI analyzes the image, it will return insights about the trend direction, trade setups, and considerations for your trading. It's up to you whether you follow OpenAI's advice or rely on your own judgment if you're a more experienced trader. Next, I take another screenshot because I also want to attach this image to the email I send myself. The settings are the same as before. Then I add another wait node, this time with a 7-second delay, to make sure all the indicators are fully loaded on the TradingView chart before proceeding. The next step is the Gmail node, where we send the email. Here, I set the subject line to include the date and time, so it's easy to keep track of. I choose the email type as text, because I don't need HTML. In the message body, I include the response from the OpenAI node. Also, make sure to turn off the N8N attribution so it doesn't appear in the email. Then, under Attachments, add the screenshot we generated earlier. Finally, and this is very important, add one last Airtop Terminate Session node. This ensures that the browser session is properly closed. On the free Airtop plan, you can only keep one session active at a time, so it's crucial to include this step to free up your account. Now, let me show you the result. I'll open Gmail, and here's the email I received earlier before recording this tutorial. As you can see, it includes the trend direction, a suggested trade setup, and even a conclusion. And of course, the screenshot is attached as well. Be smart. Customize your prompts to ask whatever is most relevant to your trading style. And remember, always trade cautiously. If you happen to make millions using this automation, I hope you'll consider supporting the automation